I know I just been waiting, these problems I've been facing, yeah. I know I just been waiting, these problems I've been facing, these drugs that I've been slanging, I can't stop, no. My soul is set ablaze in this fire, I can take it. My problems, I just face them, I won't stop, yeah. Now you need a bump to get back up. Now we chillin' in the backseat and we both fucked up. Yeah, we headed back to knock her, but we both want love. But I can't show love, cause I ain't bout that shit, nah. Now we chillin' in the corner of the room. I ain't even off the molly or the coke or the shrooms. I'll be sippin' on my syrup, I'll be smoking this blue. I ain't talking to no hoes, I ain't talking to goose, nah. Sippin' on codeine, give me a minute, mind to be trippin'. Lean to be sippin', I used to be drippin', hoes will be pimpin'. Little bitch, I run her back, he gone like that, spin them backs. I got a hoes, they lining up, they just want me back. They just want me back. Yeah, they just want me back. Yeah, they just want me back. But I can feel in these hoes, I can feel in no more. They just want me back. Yeah, they just want me back. Yeah, they just want me back. But I can feel in these hoes, I can feel in no more.
What's up, guys? So, as you can see behind me, we're in a garage. Very big garage. The lighting is kind of awful, so I apologize for that. Behind me is a 328i E36, and it's a pretty special one. It's been under the knife for about 5 months, and the owner's name is Buddy. So if I say Buddy, I'm just using his name, but Buddy told me to help out, get this thing done a little faster. So I'll show you what state it's in right now. So it's a Boston green, I believe, E36 coupe. There's the front end, Trevor's coupe. So interior is fully torn apart. As of right now, it's getting a full custom wiring harness. So everything out of here has been taken. The whole bay has been repainted. The underside undercoated, new coilovers, everything's been powder coated. I'm not really sure why they chose green. Brand new brakes all around, braided steel lines. And then here we have the heart. So it is missing a lot. We still have to pull the motor out, retorque the head again, and put the entire turbo kit on. I think this is the turbo, not positive. It's a K64 turbo kit. It comes with ARP studs, three layer metal head gasket, decompression plate. It comes with the injectors and everything. It's got an M50 manifold on it. This is going to be like a road racing car, so it does not have an angle kit or any of that stuff. Still have to put in the steering rack, oil pan. The oil pan's just been drilled for this oil line. And here we have the bung. There's the drill bit. So exciting stuff. Here's going to be the coolant to overflow, new booster, all this stuff. Turbo Works, please sponsor us. We use all of your stuff. Here is the Turbo Works intercooler. It's been mounted up, and an oil cooler as well. But that's not an oil cooler for the engine. So over here we have the highlight of the build, and it is a 8HP swap. This is stock, which is crazy to me. This thing's a tough thing. PMC adapter plate, 315 LSD. Still need to get it rebuilt with billet end caps. There's the exhaust, full 3-inch. This thing's gonna be a crazy car. Underneath in the back, everything's been also undercoated and powder coated new. coilovers, all poly bushings, new brakes everywhere. Going to be running 2-liter diesel E36 axles, the right hand side ones, so they're shorter. So the entire chassis has been undercoated freshly. Everything's been reinstalled new. We'll have to do the fuel system. Like I said, retorque the head, put the entire turbo kit on, put the transmission in. The wiring harness is going to be all handmade, custom one-off to a EMU Black from ECUmaster. This thing's gonna be crazy. Be ready for the dyno video. That'll be insane. Alright, so here's what we got for the fuel system. Works, the DW400. Turns out it's actually just a Bosch pump, so that's interesting. So you gotta cut this. I think I cut a little bit too much to open it up, and then gets held on by this hose clamp. Right now, you also have to cut and strip these, and then you get this adapter. You also cut this off, and I will shrink wrap, seal that wire. And then I'm just measuring right now how long I want this to be, and then also how long I want this to be, so I'll probably cut it about there, and it'll just straight line. The one issue that we are having is the filter. The filter does not go in, so that will be something to figure out. Alright, so this type of hose is just absolute garbage. It's too small to fit on the fittings nicely. We're just gonna go to a normal fuel line that's about that long. It'll work a lot better anyway. Alright, so we secured this little wire here and taped off all that stuff so that it just stays together. I wish we had different tape. This shit, it just looks awful, but I promise it's done alright. Using the stock carrier kind of sucks. I still need to find that hose, and then I don't know what to do about this, because this is a really big issue. Alright, so this is kind of what the final assembly should look like. Obviously missing the hose, and that guy won't stay on, but this just holds it on like that. Connector, you know, plugged right in, everything's good there. And then you just use the OEM connectors for it. Pretty sick. Alright, so got the hose clamps on, the wiring all done, filter is on, the fuel pump is tight in there, it's definitely not coming out. Now it's time to install it. Alright, we are connected, and then now just got a test, I guess. Alright, so here we got the ever-growing pile of stuff. This is a new AC condenser because this car will have AC, so that's pretty exciting. Manifold's still not on. Gotta somehow put this guy in there. That'll be very cool. But things are coming together. This is from an M52, I believe. And then we got the oil line fittings, coolant hoses, other coolant hoses. We're kind of just measuring stuff for now. You know, cleaning up as much as we can as well. The oil pump nut is welded. Here we got the oil pan all cleaned up. That's supposed to be the return line. There's the return bung. It's just drilled, and there is a nut on the back. I'm not sure if we're gonna weld that or not too to extra secure it, but there will definitely be Loctite on that guy. Moving on to the interior, got the SMG shifter sort of bolted down. The electronic gas pedal from an E36. Like I showed you guys, the fuel pump is in. carpet's in, an airbag is in. Most of the dash is starting to come back together. Here we have the rest of the interior for now. Exhaust, transmission. And then so here is the old open diff. We ended up taking the diff to a guy in Kielce. One of these for the Szpera. Szpera is LSD, limited slip diff, but in Polish. There is some scoring marks you can see right there. This is an end cap that Trevor broke on his M3. The old worn out bushings, you can see like they're starting to be bad. Old bearings, old clutches. It's getting all new clutches and everything, as you saw. There's the back plate. This place is freezing cold. You can see my breath. So yeah, some of the coolest cars get built in places like this. Here's how fire this dipstick came out though. Look at this. 1 second. Look at this dipstick. It's like new. I wish the focus was better. Oh yeah, in the rear end, we got the brand new axles. Obviously there's no diff still, but brand new 2000 E36 320D axles. So these are diesel, 2-liter diesel axles. They work in non-N hubs and they work on the non-M medium case 188 diff flanges. Whole underside. Guys, so trying to put this brake line in. Now remember to do your car system by system, because now that the fuse box is back in, the brakes should have been done. There's no reason they weren't done. And now trying to get this in there, and then after another line has to go through that grommet with that wiring right there. It's very tough. It's tough to see. Right there. So do one system at a time. Finish stuff that will be hard to do before, not after. Fuck. Got the steering column in. I cleaned that, nice and shiny. A solid poly steering bushing, steering rack bushing. New rebuilt LSD, strong flex poly bushings. Alright, so adjusted the strut length. The spring is still a little too preloaded, but it doesn't move for now. That part will be dialing in later. The diff is in. New 2-liter diesel axles are in. M10 hardware. Beautiful. Alright, so we have the M52 B28, and this is a new set of gears, new timing chain, new guides, everything. So you see that problem right there? It will not get on. The chain is too short. Now this is an OEM chain, and you see here we have the multi-layer head gasket. Now because of this extra thickness, the chain is under too much tension and too short. We have a couple different chains, and some of them are actually even worse. So it seems like after talking to the turbo kit manufacturer, they say you are supposed to reuse the stock chain as long as it's within spec.
To jest tak? To jest ten z Dajko, nie? Patrz. No i on wchodzi, nie? I on jest napięty, ale jest tak napięty, że o tutaj mógłbym go jeszcze napinaczem dokręcić, nie? Wtedy on się napnie ładnie.
And this is the cheaper Daiko chain? Bardziej tani Daiko?
Tak, o połowę
Okay.
tańszy.
Half the price.
No, możesz zobaczyć, może teoretycznie.
Okay. This is the original chain.
Kupimy tu nagrywanie.
This is the original chain. And it
Właśnie-
goes on without any.
No, to jest
Any
dobre
problem?
takie, nie? I tyle. No i teoretycznie jakby on był napięty, a napinacz jeszcze jest duży.
Yep.
I teraz ina, nie?
Yep.
To. To jest ino. I on wszędzie tutaj pasuje, to nie jest tak, że wiesz, że on się no zobacz tutaj. I to nie jest tak, że on się tutaj gdzieś blokuje, czy cokolwiek takiego, nie?
No.
To
It's
po
not
prostu
blocked
pasuje.
or anything, it's just a little bit too short.
Nie czekaj, bo nawet zębatkę trochę muszę przestawić jeszcze. Ale patrz, nawet jak zębatkę przestawię. No ona taka ciasna jest po prostu, nie? Tyle brakuje.
It will not fit.
Pojebane.
And this is the Ina
Ina za 650 zł.
for 650 zloty, this one.
Za
The-
tak plus minus, nie?
Then this one was 300? 300?
50, no.
350?
Tylko, że tak samo z napinaczami i tak dalej, nie?
And then it
Tak
comes
samo
with
z
all new guides, everything.
żeby też nie było, nie?
New tensioner as well with it.
Tylko tak otworzę, bo nie wiem, najwyżej tu zwrócę, nie? No ale to wszystkie są
Same
takie
thing.
same. Dziękuję, nie? Więc to chodzi po prostu o to, żeby to nie było napięte za bardzo, nie? Czekaj, że zrobię to ostrożnie, nie? Jak kurwa
Do
carefully?
it carefully.
No i patrz, tak po prostu tutaj sobie zahaczę i patrz ile tutaj brakuje jeszcze. Wiesz jakbym musiał ile siły tutaj użyć, żeby to
Yeah, you
założyć?
have to really pull on it to get it on there. That's not good
I
either.
patrz, i to jest tak, że wiesz, tutaj się wydaje taki
Yeah.
luz, ale jakbym to założył, to mógłbym
No.
to teraz założyć, ale...
It's very tight under tension.
Dajko, no patrz, możesz zrobić tajcze. Dajko, ina, 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 no i to zostawię.
Yay.
Ino,
Brand new tensioner.
from the ino.
Only the best Spall fans. Made in Italy.
Taka trochę gojowa.
Alright, so we have wheels on the car. Still need to torque wheel bearings, so center caps aren't in. And torque the wheel, torque the axles, my apologies. Everything is brand new, shiny. This thing's fully pretty much restored. Every single nut and bolt, new gas tank, heat shielded because the exhaust will be running here very close, and that's danger. New fuel lines, filter, the 8HP is installed, everyone. There's the oil lines for the cooler. The oil pan I scrubbed. Polysteering, bushing. Those aren't cracks, those are just, it's dirt. Yeah, it's dirt. New everything. I mean, these are old, but they've been powder coated. Fresh steering rack. That's the trans cooler. Got the M50 intake manifold here, power steering reservoir. So it's important to mock everything up. Yeah, so we're gonna have to cut an inch. We'll cut like little by little so we don't go too far. But that's gonna need some modification because that does not work. Looks almost like we need more of a 45 degree instead of a 90 here. All right, so we
okay, so
we have
I still have kurwa brain damage.
Jesus Christ. All right, so we mocked up the cold side, got the charge pipe in. It's one big tube with just 2 couplers, turbo works blow off valve, turbo works overflow mounted using a bracket for where the power steering used to be, but the power steering is down there because the power steering reservoir doesn't fit here with the M50 manifold and the different oil filter housing. Turbo works everything. Please sponsor us. How do you feel about the progress?
About the progress?
Yeah.
From last 3 months, I have so much bigger headache. So I don't want to talk about it. I think I will go to the hospital after this project. So
Jesus Christ. It's going good. We're almost there, guys. Alright, so this car is going to have AC. So here we're fitting the wastegate. It is going to run this way and then down here and just dump. Transmission mount is in, back half of the exhaust is in. There's the rest. Pretty thick. This side of the cold side is good. This side of the cold side is all ready for welding. She's really coming together, guys. Power steering's all pretty much hooked up here. And then I made this little guy for that. Yeah, here we got the big intercooler, an oil cooler, power steering cooler, the big FMIC Pro radiator, turbo works coilovers. As you saw before, the entire underneath has been restored, and to match that, the whole interior, this part hasn't been installed yet, is new Alcantara. A bunch of this stuff has been redone. It looks fancy. E36 electronic throttle pedal still needs to be mounted. We're just waiting for the little plastic bracket. The SMG shifter right here, fitted and mounted. But now to summarize, M52 B28 block with MLS head gasket, studs, decompression plate, new bearings in the rods, I believe only, new rod bearings. There we've got the PMC adapter plate with an 8 HP automatic transmission, turbo works, everything that you can get. I don't know what coil packs these are. They came with the K64 turbo kit, which is what we're using for the manifold. Here is the turbo that K64 provides you with. Gaskets. Here's our boost. I want to say this is where we're going to read boost for the electronic boost controller. The wastegate, the intake manifold, and this coupler. The other headlight, the wastegate springs. Here's some ducting. There's the big spall fan that's gonna go in, and the filter. We might get a different filter still. All the oil lines and coolant lines are done and plumbed. The oil cooler line for the transmission cooler lines run down there. Nothing is hitting anything, nothing should get in the way. Power steering is here. Made clearance for the pipe here too, so that'll be all good, and the headlight fits like normal. Overall, all the little things have been figured out. It's just a couple more steps, and we'll have a running, driving turbo M52 8HP E36. So everything is prepped in here. We're just waiting for the exhaust manifold and to come back from welding, because he had to finish welding the wastegate after fitting everything in. It's a bit tight in this area, but should be back very soon and done. Everything's heat shielded, protected. She'll be ready to party soon. Alright, so this is where we're gonna end it for part 1. So in part 2, see us put the turbo and turbo manifold on for the last time, and then wiring harness and intake manifold will go on too. So it's pretty close. Sorry to leave you hanging there at the last moment, but couldn't get it done in time for New Year's, so after New Year's you guys will get first start and a dyno video. That'll be sick. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Happy New Year. And
I've been facing these drugs that I've been slinging.